Hello, this is Kenneth Bryant. Welcome to my Self Project. I will be sharing my thoughts about how others see me and how I view myself. The first slide we come to focuses on my Johari window. I chose my mom, girlfriend, dad, one of my best friends, and stepdad to choose 5 words and how they would best describe me. It was interesting to see how a few of them chose the same words, and I have a few examples on my slides to help me explain. The 2 words that most agreed upon were helpful and religious, which was interesting to me as because the events in my life up to this point has shaped me to be this way, especially being loving, caring, and helpful. Now, the sign at the bottom left that says help, support, advice, guidance, and assistance, I believe those words best define who I am as an individual, which is why I hope I can continue to go above and beyond and growing in these areas, reaching more people out in the world one day. And the words I chose to describe myself were adaptable, calm, cheerful, and dependable. Even though I chose 5 different words from them, they can still relate to one another. I wanted to focus just a little bit about my girlfriend. She has known me the least amount of time, and the 5 words that she chose for me was special because it showed that in the short amount of time that we have known each other, that she sees that I care and that I'm loving and religious. And it's just very special when, somebody in a short amount of time sees the best in you. So it brings me to my next point, that I will always continue to grow in these areas, always pushing myself to step out of my comfort zone and help someone in need, no matter who they are. Because that is just the type of person that I want to be and choose to be. I will always care. The middle one represents my strong bond of love to family, friends, and strangers alike. And then the picture of the dove, which represents peace in my religious side, bringing that calmness to every relationship or individual that I encounter. Moving on to the next slide. I wanted to briefly explain my interpersonal skills assessment score. As you can see, I scored a 72 out of 100. Now, I actually do agree with the results. I'm not saying I'm perfect at understanding every individual's perspectives, but I do tend to grasp a deep understanding to bond and be empathetic towards close family and strangers alike. If we want to fully diversify ourselves and understand different cultures and see what they see, we must put ourselves in their shoes to fully grasp what they are trying to tell us and why. While working in previous jobs over the past couple years, I had to work in diverse groups of people from different cultures. So I had to adapt to their cultures and behaviors to connect on a more sympathetic level. I actually believe that I'm good at breaking down diversity barriers. I was looking at page 44 in chapter 3, and I do see why so many people, not just in this country, but all over the world, why there's prejudices and barriers that block us from connecting with one another. And that's why I love talking and working with people of various cultures, because I like to show them that we are more alike in many ways, and that we are all connected. I believe that by understanding their cultures, being polite, courteous, and respectful of their beliefs and thoughts, it will really take everyone a long way of just connecting with everyone and just enjoying the beauty of what's inside and what makes us all unique. Now, I can always grow in learning more about people's cultures from around the world. So that's just one thing that I need to work on in the future. Always continue to grow and strengthen the bond between people everywhere. And as you can see in my one picture to the left, You have to listen to understand, and then you have to act. Now this leads us to my listening assignment slide and what I've learned. Again, I'm not saying that I'm a perfect listener. Like I said before on the previous slide, I try to understand whoever I'm talking to and really engage with them by listening to what they have to say. Because I want others to feel loved and to let them know that I care about them and their thoughts and feelings. And let them know that their opinions do matter to me. Even if I don't always agree with what they're saying or how they're feeling at the time, it's like you try to connect with them and show that you do care. That's why I chose these pictures here, because I want to inspire others the way others have inspired me. To be loving and kind, to work as a team, because we're not all so very different. We have more that connects us than meets the eye. And, as you can see here, the only way to unlock the door to a better future is if we finally break down these culture and diversity barriers and embrace one another with a loving understanding. The future would be open to so many exciting possibilities, and it thrills me to know that I can be part of the generation that influences others to change and leave the past behind us and move to a brighter future. Thank you for listening.